Check 1, 2. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. This is William Darkside. Wanted to do a new studio tour because it's been probably like 7 or 8 years, and I've bought a house and moved and updated some stuff. Hope everyone is well during all this chaos that has been considered our existence lately. Let's just dive in, shall we? I hope this doesn't suck too bad. I'm going to try my best. Here we have the Institute. A lot of shit jammed into a small space. Here is my speak and spell. I bought this at a flea market last weekend. I want to circuit bend that because it can do some crazy stuff. I think it would be fun to try. My speakers are my old Pioneers that I've had for ages. They're well over 30 years old. I bought them off my old man. I love them. They still bump. Upgraded the rear surrounds to these Polks, also from my dad. They've been sitting around doing nothing, so I decided to use them. Here's the DJ station. I have my classic Technique 1200s with the Ortofon Concords that I've had since I started, and there goes the blood again. My DJ M600, tried and true, trusty, still works perfect, still sounds good. Deck number 2, they have the Pioneer EFX 500, old school, along with the old school CDJ 100S. The BHR wood carving by Joe from Acid Enema, big ups to you. Monitors for the DJ station. I have the PreSonus Iris 3s and the 3-way center channel from my surround sound up there. Big shout out to my boy Sean. Lost him last summer. Life just isn't the same without you, buddy. I hope you're fucking watching. Second Pioneer. Some tortured souls and fucking goat skull up there. We have the TR-505, the original Proco Rat, one of the originals. We have the Mackie VLZ 1402. I run the 606 or 626 or the 505 or some stuff from the drum station to that, and then it just runs into the Big Mac. We have the Boss Super Overdrive, which is pretty much dedicated to my 909 hats. It sounds really nice. Which also goes into the little Boss compressor on the bottom there. It's kind of hard to see. They have the Boss RRV10 reverb going to the small Mackie for some color on that board. Also got the Boss bass overdrive and the dual overdrive down there. Triple monitor setup, 42-inch screen in the middle, a couple of old shitty Dells on the side. That all this stuff was free from work. My monitors are the JBL LSR5s. I like those. Upgraded my sound card to the Mo2 M4. Also really like that. The Beast, everybody knows that. The TR-909. Like to run all the outs into the Mackie, of course. Have a listen. You know it. You love it. You know the score. This is how we do. Down here, we have the main out signal chain and the kick drums. Kick drums from the drum station and the 909 go through the little shit EQ on the bottom that I've had forever, and then into the 266 just for gaining and a little bit of sculpting. Then they go to the Big Mackie. The main out goes to the 3630 currently because the big DBX compressor only works on one side. That took a shit on me. And it comes to the Kai, which also handles the main out. And we have the drum station in the middle there, and the old shitty Behringer Euro rack compressor that's there for just whenever I need it. And the kick outs and the mains come through the Behringer HD 400 hum destroyers, which I'm still getting noise, but it just is what it is. It's gear. The big old Mackie, bought that like a year ago or so for $250 from a church. Love it. Works perfect for the most part. Old shitty 49 key MIDI man. Keyboard goes to the computer, handles all that shit. And we have the Chaos Pad KP3 Plus, awesome for live shit. The UC33 MIDI controller, I like to use that to assign it to control the cutoff and stuff from the filter, so I can turn all that shit from right here and not have to mess with the actual piece of gear. Up here we have the Evo XL7 command station. It's been used a ton in a lot of tracks for a lot of different stuff. It's way too deep for that small screen, but it still does some cool stuff. It's also a fickle turd, so it's sort of a love-hate relationship. Then we have the Lexicon MPX 200 effects rack, the MX 200 effects, and the Digitech GSP 5. I have my extra all-in-one computer for sampling or whatever the fuck. We have the 606, the 303, which everyone knows that. We all know that one. You have the JP8080. I like to run this in parallel mode into 2 channels on the mixer. Also a classic. And up here we have the digital delay, which the Moog Sub 37 pretty much always goes to. Can't fuck with the Moog. It's huge. Shout out to David John. Some Pinhead for you. DJ Filbert. We have the other speaker, the rear surround poke. Speaker number 4. Finally into my bad boy, my pride and joy. My modular rig that I just built. I'll get into that later. Shout out to Stephen Wright for the case and the hookup on some of the modules. Hollering at Juanito Moore for the filters and the Hungry Rat module, which I will be getting into that into more depth. Hollering at Thomas Garrison, aka the Control, for the ZDSP, the Kick-All, which I call the Kick Balls because it's fucking awesome. And the mixer. Liquid Nick, my boy, has always been there for me. He's hooked me up with some of my modules to start with as well. Big ups to all you fuckers. That gets controlled by the BeatStep Pro. Another thing I need to learn more, but it's totally badass. It's a great machine. Got the little monotron delay for making just fucking terrible sounds. And over here we have the Moog Theremin Etherwave. Again, shout out Stephen Wright. TR626. The always lovely Alpha Juno 2. You know you love a Hoover. And we have the Juno 106. Another lovely. And I think that pretty much covers the Institute. I hope this was not too terrible. I'm going to set up and do some modular patching, make some noise, demonstrate Juanito's modules. Here is his Mantis filter, and the blue lights is the Hungry Rat, which is a Proco Rat module clone that has a couple of different chips to change the character, so I want to explore that and do some demos because I'm going to be a pioneer on those apparently. So Yes, thank you for tuning in. Shoot me a sub if you like. I'm going to try and do some cool content and just make some fucking noise. Because why not? My ugly ass. Hope y'all having a good day. Peace out.